Hi, thanks for tuning in for Hometown Heroes on WFRE, and this is brought to you by Overhead Doors of Frederick. And I have an amazing lady with me from the Frederick County State's Attorney's Office. It is Lisa Trail, and long story short, long title short, you go after deadbeat parents, but that's not specifically your title. Tell us what you do for the State's Attorney's Office.
So I am an assistant state's attorney in the child support division. So what we do is we establish and modify and enforce child support orders that take place in Frederick County.
How much of a problem is it that a parent could get behind on child support? Is it usually financial circumstances, or is it someone may be being irresponsible and not wanting to step up to the plate and take care of the child, or is it kind of a mix of both?
So there's a lot of different reasons that a non-custodial parent could be not paying their support. And one of the things that our office really works to do, and our division specifically, is to try to figure out what the reason is and get to the bottom of it. We've created resources to give non-custodial parents who are unemployed to say, hey, these are resources that are out there that might help you, or, have you tried working with this agency? So we're trying to enforce orders, but we're also trying to work with people because getting people on the right track is beneficial to the whole family, and beneficial to the children and to the custodial parents who we're trying to get support for. So we really work, we work together. We represent the department, so the Department of Social Services. So we're really trying to work with people to determine what the problem is and to see if there are ways that we can help fix it.
Because the bottom line is the support is coming in for the child. And that is the most important aspect of that whole relationship. So
it's all about the children. That's what our goal is to get the support so the children are getting what they need as much as possible.
And thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
And I've been told, so you started out at the State's Attorney's Office years ago.
I did.
Went into private practice and came back. Now, why would you want to come back from private practice to the State's Attorney's Office? Because long hours, tough cases.
It's really a calling. So yes, I was sworn in the State's Attorney's Office the very first time on July 19th, 1999. And I worked at the State's Attorney's Office for about 2.5 years. And then I had my oldest daughter and went into private practice. And I was a family law attorney for a little over 20 years. But I did miss it. I always would kind of circle back around and think about it and think about coming back. And then in 2025, my old job, my very first job, was open. And I really felt like it was assigned. So I applied, and today is actually my 1-year anniversary of being back. I was sworn in the second time on April 28th, 2025. So today is my 1-year anniversary of being back. And I kind of got choked up at my second swearing in because I said, I started my legal career in the State's Attorney's Office in Frederick County, and it's where I intend to end it. Like, I intend to finish my time being an attorney in Frederick County because I did feel a calling. I really love serving the community and helping to represent the citizens of Frederick County. It's it's an honor that I have been blessed with, and I was so thankful that Charlie brought me back, and
he's wonderful.
He is.
I love Charlie.
I've known Charlie for over 27 years. He was the deputy state's attorney when I was there the first time, and I've always kept in touch. And I was very, very thankful when when Charlie agreed to have me back, and I was thankful. It was an honor, and I'm grateful every day that I get to do this job that I get to do.
So when you were junior, senior in high school, getting ready to go off to college, did you think, oh, I am going to be a lawyer, or what were your aspirations?
So I wrote my first contract when I was 8.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I always knew I was going to be an attorney.
Could you win an argument with your parents when you were younger? Yeah,
it was
a lawyer.
It was bad.
Okay.
So I would literally, I'm dating myself now. I would type up a contract on a typewriter with carbon paper
Nice.
for my allowance, and I would write out the things that I was going to do for my allowance, and I had my dad sign it, and I signed it, and my mom notarized it. And my mom had that contract in a book that she kept.
Aww.
So I always knew I was going to be an attorney. I don't know how I decided early on, but I always knew I was going to be an attorney. I started interning when I was in high school. I interned in the district attorney's office on Long Island. When I was in college, I interned in the Commonwealth's attorney's office down in Virginia. I did my Rule 16 where I was a student attorney at University of Baltimore. So I always knew it was something that I wanted to do. I just didn't know exactly where I would end up and how it would be, but I always knew I was going to be an attorney.
Wonderful. And you're from Long Island?
I am from Long Island. So I was born and raised on Long Island. Then I went to college in Virginia.
All right.
And then went to University of Baltimore for law school. So I graduated from law school in '98. I moved here in 1995, went to law school here, and I've been here ever since. So
wonderful. Yeah. You don't have that Long Island accent. Like we have
not.
Some people that we work with who are from Long Island. Some have the accent, some don't. So.
Well, I think going to school in Virginia, I kind of lost it back then, and it was. When I went to college, I was teased all the time about they would write a sentence on the board and tell me to say it with my Long Island accent. So I learned pretty early on that didn't, I probably should work to lose it a little bit. So I haven't had a Long Island accent in a while, but.
Nice. So you are living in the area, and it's different than Long Island. What do you think about Frederick County? And I know you've been here for a while.
Oh, I love Frederick County. It is definitely different. My family teases me because, we'll have a Walmart and then you'll pass cows by the farm. So yes, it is definitely different, but I love it. I love the pace of it. I love how friendly everyone is. It is a totally different environment than I grew up in, and I embraced it early on, and I knew that there was no place else I would rather live. So
yes, and wonderful to raise a family. You have 2 daughters.
I do. Yes, I'm very lucky. I have my oldest is about to graduate from Lebanon Valley College with her doctorate in physical therapy.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so proud of her. So, and my youngest is finishing up her junior year of nursing school at Duquesne in Pittsburgh. So
that is wonderful.
Yes.
We need good people in the medical
Yes.
the medical field.
Yes.
Did you ever think one of them may be a lawyer?
Nope. They both knew very early on. Neither one of them had any aspirations to be an attorney, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I always wanted them to do whatever they're passionate about, because if you're not doing what you're passionate about, then it is work. So you should always, I told them very early on, figure out what you love doing and go after that. And they both did, and I support them wholeheartedly in whatever they want to do. As long as they're happy and they're doing something that they enjoy, then I am thrilled for them.
And it was the joy of what you did first time around at the State's Attorney's Office that brought you back. And we're so blessed to have you to work for the State's Attorney's Office. In 5 years, what are some goals, aspirations that you have for your department at the State's Attorney's Office?
Well, one of the big things that we would really like to bring to Frederick County is something called a problem-solving court. It's where we take the issues that could be preventing people from not paying child support, whether it is unemployment, whether it is mental health issues, whether it is drug and alcohol addiction, and we try to work with people to see if we can help them tackle those issues to then move forward to the next step. So that's something that's new and up and coming, and we're hoping that that's something that we can, as a child support division, bring to the county to even further help the people to again be in a position where they can be gainfully employed and paying their child support to support our children, because that's what it's all about.
Sure, and I know sometimes people go into the court setting. Could be a parent that has fallen behind on child support, and they may be really intimidated to, I don't want to say go up against you, but to see you in a courtroom. But you're not intimidating at all. You seem like you're very helpful, smart, and
Thank you.
You know, what kind of impression do you want the parents who have to come in front of you to have about you and your agency?
Well, we would really, as a group, so it is a team effort. We have an amazing group in the child support division, from the top down, from our chief, Kelly, to all the assistant state's attorneys, to the legal assistants. I mean, our group is stellar. We are a well-oiled machine. Everyone works together, which is amazing, because I couldn't do what I do if my legal assistants weren't incredible. So I'm so blessed to have such a great group that we work with. But what's wonderful is the way our dockets work. We meet with everybody before court. So we meet with everyone at 8:30 in the morning. So I really like to sit down with people and look them in the eye and just say, look, let's figure this out. Okay, obviously I need you to pay your child support, but let's sit down and figure this out, and what can we do, and what are some ways that we can make things work. So yes, we are attorneys, and we represent the state, we represent the department, but we're also people who are here and want to make this work, because if someone's working, gainfully employed, and able to earn the money to pay their child support, it benefits everybody.
Yeah,
so trying to put someone in jail for not paying their child support, it tends to be counterproductive at times. So obviously that's not our end goal. Sometimes it has to happen, but the goal is to work with people to see, can we come to a place where everybody can get to a place where you're working more, earning more money, and able to support this family. So it'll benefit everybody.
Yeah, and thank you for doing that for the families, but mostly for the kids, because at the end of the day, it's about the kid. It's about the children. So thank you so much.
Oh.
You're a wonderful hometown hero.
Thank you
it's so
much.
fun having you in here.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope
appreciate
Charlie gives you or you have a big office with like lots of windows and stuff like that.
I do not have a big office with lots of windows,
Charlie!
but no. I love my office. It's really, I have it all decorated, and it's comfortable for me. So I'm very happy there. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for being our hometown heroes, and thank you for tuning in. This is brought to you by Overhead Doors of Frederick.